Hello, and welcome to Schmidy's guide on how to gear up while leveling in Secret World Legends. The progression system has changed rather significantly from TSW, so even if you're a veteran, this is going to have some useful information in it for you. So let's hit I, look at our character sheet, and see what's going on. So the first question is just going to be, what kinds of gear should I be looking for while I level up? And the answer is going to be twofold. First, the answer is just attack rating pieces. So, for example, this pendant, the storyline mission, gives you an HP piece. The second that you get a pendant, even a faded one, take it and put it on to your character. So what do I mean by faded? Well, you'll see these little dots at the bottom of each of the weapons and gear. Those are now going to be for the talisman's colors. So you have faded, luminous, and radiant, and basically the difference is that the main stat of your talisman, in this case attack rating, will increase with the higher vibrancy of light. Radiant is the highest that I am currently aware of, and it's what you'll be looking for, but luminous is perfectly fine to be leveling up right now, and the game is nice enough to give you luminous items when it actually gives you these items through the story content. And that's how we'll be getting access to more of these. So I think the headpiece is next here. We'll be getting that in a second. Then for the weapons, the dot indicates the mark level of this extra ability, this extra effect. There are several of them. Really honestly, it doesn't matter. Don't try to be looking for something in particular right now, because from some small calculations we figured out, there's not one that's just absolutely amazing. You're getting like maybe a 3% difference. And right now that's still with Energy Mark III, which is going to be incredibly rare. It is worth mentioning that it could be worthwhile to you to use a dungeon drop that you find, or one of the red drops, one of the special drops from the Agarthan caches, because you'll see here they have an extra bonus effect. And some of those extra bonus effects are actually pretty powerful. So if you find one that's luminous or above, it'd probably be worth at least saving it, if not using it on your gear as a current equipped item. So we are going to actually be upgrading a couple of these things now. So the first thing we're going to upgrade here is just this Chaos Focus. So the first time you're going to get something to level 20, make sure it's something that you want to upgrade, because as you'll see here in a second, the game basically forces you to upgrade it. There's two different ways to upgrade your items. With these distillates, which are just going to give a set amount of experience. In this case, I have ones that do 250, but there are other distillates that give you more, like this one for 500. This one is one that I got from the login, the daily login bonus. You'll be getting that regardless of whether you're a patron or not. And the other way is by using weapons. Just any random weapon will give you 100 experience, and if you use the same type weapon, if I were to put a Chaos Focus down here, it would give me that 250 experience. So you are looking to use the same types of weapons or the same types of talismans to upgrade them. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to use one of our distillates, and we're going to bring this up to... Will that do it? Yeah, there we go. This is going to bring this up to level 20, and it is going to show us, look, this is how you do stuff, which is great. So yeah, usually what you're going to need to do is take a green level 20 and then get another green and bring it up to level 20 to get to a blue item, and then you'll have to do the same thing as you go up from blue to purple, purple to gold, and gold to red, going from standard, superior, epic, mythic, all the way up to legendary. So the first time you do that, it's going to give you a level 20 item. And you'll notice that everything else is blacked out right now, right? I can't upgrade anything else. I can't do anything else. I can still re-equip this. But if I kick out of everything here, and then go back in, it won't let me do anything. It won't let me empower any more items. It won't let me fuse anything until I have used what it wants me to use. So we're going to do that, because I want this Chaos Focus. And And the same thing would happen the first time that you use a talisman. It gives you one of each for free. So we're going to do that one too here. Go back to empowerment. Going to use that. And there it goes. It gives us a level 20 chain. This time it doesn't force us to do it before it lets us do anything else at all. But it's still going to give you a free upgrade to blue, so you want it to be something good, like a max level vibrancy item that you got really early on in the game and will probably be using for quite some time. It would be much better if we were using it on a max level headpiece or something, but we'll be getting those as we go, and this is a fine choice to start off with. So that's going to be how you're upgrading your items. Once it becomes blue, you'll be able to slot it with a glyph, as you can see there, and that will give us those secondary stats like hit or crit rating or evade, but we're not even going to see any of those until the third area. So we're going to run over here real quick and do a storyline mission, because when we send this mission report, we're going to get free luminous ashes, and this is going to unlock our luminous, our headpiece. So now we're going to equip this because it's a new piece. Yes, we don't care, it binds on equip. And now when we are opening these packs, along with being able to get a neck piece and a waist piece, we will now be able to sometimes open up headpieces. And as you go on in the storyline, you'll open up all the rest of these, and that's how you'll unlock getting the rest of your gear, just going through the rest of your content. And I believe for all the rest of these slots, everything except for the neck piece, it gives you attack rating, because that's just what you need to level up, so that's pretty nice. And Luminous is a solid start. Like, it's definitely worth getting that to blue. So as you level up and gear up, the stuff that it gives you is actually worth leveling up all the way through the content, which is great. Once in a while, if you get something really awesome and you want to slot it, if this was Radiant, for example, and an attack pace, I would actually just be slotting it. But that's what you're going to be doing. Just try to use like items when you upgrade in the empowerment window, because it gives you a bonus. Do your dungeons so that you can get distillates, because that's where it goes. Make sure you get your daily. And then upgrade your weapons by getting 2 of them up to the same level and the same quality. And that's going to be how you get through all of the leveling content in the game, is just with pure attack rating pieces, and by leveling everything up to, I think level 25 blue is where they expect you to be by the very end of Transylvania, the very end of the standard storyline. So do that, and you will be well on your way to becoming a strong endgame player. And it's going to take me a little while and a couple more guides to get there, but I will see you there.